Well, I did a Vancouver Canucks rebuild at the start of the year, trading Miller and Pettersson, and now we have to trade everybody but Elias Pettersson. So that's what we're doing. Gone. Thatcher Demko is going to be gone. Brock Besser, you're going to be gone, and everybody else pretty much. If you have some value, you're getting out of here. So hope you guys like it, like and subscribe. You know, we are 200. We are like 17 subs away from 250. So make sure you guys subscribe. Shout out Mr. Sniper, Canucks fan. I know you're a big guy in the comments. And let's get started with this video. Quinn Hughes, I think, is the first guy on the chopping block. Actually, if the Canucks just didn't somehow implode this year, I would love to keep this team together. I think they made a deep run last year. They were a great team, and then I don't even know what happened. But yeah, Quinn Hughes, he's one of the best defensemen in the game, in real life as well. And I mean, I don't think this is enough of a package. So I'd love to send him to his brothers, but yeah, it's not happening. Trade makes more sense. The Iser plan is kind of failing, if we're being honest. And I mean, they give up 2 young players, none of whom are going to be absolute like superstar studs. But Axel Sandin Pellikka, I think this kid could be an absolute stud, but he's not ready yet. Their window is now. They have Patty Kane. Quinn Hughes is a cheap defenseman for 2 years. He's a hometown kid. He's going to want to re-sign. I want Sandin Pellikka, Casper, and 3 first-round picks. I think this is the best offer that we can get after reviewing all the different offers. So we're going to send it through, and it is rejected. Trade is official. All we had to do is give up our 29th overall pick in this year's draft, and it is Quinn Hughes to the Detroit Red Wings for Marco Casper, Axel Sandin Pellikka, a 26, a 27, and a 28 first-round pick. Tikov, but if for some reason in the game he's an 88 overall, so we're going to look at Zeegs and Lacombe. Maybe I think that's a trade that could work out for Pettersson if we're willing to move Pettersson. Kulich for, I mean, we're moving up 1 round. We're taking on Yuri Kulich. I think this could be a good trade for Pettersson. Pettersson might want to go to Buffalo, a smaller market. Let's see what happens. And that trade is rejected. That's very interesting. I don't think we need any picks in this draft. So we're going to see if we can do something like that. Looks like it's not going to work. The Sabres have accepted our trade offer. We have taken Consta Helenius from them, but most importantly, their 2026 first round pick. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but we're willing to take the risk on that. The 6th overall pick in Tristan Jarry for Thatcher Demko. That one's not going to go through. What if I throw in 61 here? And that is good. We have traded Thatcher Demko to the Penguins for pick 6 in this draft. Is that unrealistic? Yes. But is it also true that the Pittsburgh Penguins would want a guy like Thatcher Demko for like the 11th overall pick, maybe, if they get back the Canucks 13th or 14th overall pick, and there's some more? And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, he might be the best goalie in the game. I can't even lie, like, he is pretty sick. So I think that was a win-win. We're gonna try and trade Kevin Lankinen for a 2nd round pick. Kevin Lankinen could compete with Askarov next year. He could be a good mentor. You know, they're both from like kind of European, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna give them a 4th round pick. I feel like the Sharks like their picks. They're buying low on a guy who was really good in the season. The Senators are trying to go all in, getting Filip Hronek, getting Marcus Pettersson. I don't really know why they want to do this, but the 14th overall pick and Carter Yakimchuk could come our way. So let's see, is this trade accepted? And yes, it is. You guys, this is a full clean of house. You know, oh my god, no, we can get Carter Hart. I'm not doing that, but that would be funny. But we are getting the 37th overall pick from the Edmonton Oilers for Nick Jensen. Garland getting a lot of trade offers here. Could get Braden Yager. We could get a 2nd round pick, 3rd from the Ducks. I think we're going to take the 2nd and 3rd from next year from the LA Kings. Brock Besser, I think, you know, just to give him their signing rights, I think, you know, whoever gives us the highest draft pick will get him. And the New York Rangers are willing to take the chance that they're going to be able to sign Brock Besser. You don't want to have to rebuild your team and just blow everything up. But, I mean, all these other guys, we're only going to do it if we get the right offer. Like a 3rd round pick for Kiefer Sherwood is pretty nice, I can't lie. But Kiefer Sherwood's an absolute legend, and he signed at 1.5 mil, so I think we got to keep him. You're a dog, so we have to keep you, you know what I'm saying, from what you came back from. Teddy Bluger, if we can get a second round pick for Teddy Bluger, I'm doing it. I like Teddy Bluger is a legend, but I mean, we can get a second round pick from the New Jersey Devils. You know what? We didn't give you guys Quinn Hughes. We'll give you guys a depth centerman here in Teddy Bluger. The rebuild right there. We have blown up the team, and now we have the first draft pick here of this rebuild, and I think it's pretty obvious with the 6th overall pick. The Vancouver Canucks are going to select out of Der Garden Hawkey of the Allsvenskan, Anton Frondell. He is going 6th overall to the Canucks. Another Swede on this team. Pick 14. Who knows if this pick's going to be good. There's not really any great prospects. You know what I'm saying? So we just kind of have to guess here, or we trade down. It's one of the two. I'm going to check all our options and come back. I think it's just best for storyline purposes. We're going to be taken with the 14th overall pick from the Vancouver Giants, Cameron Schmidt. Welcome to the squad. He's a 69 medium top 6 sniper who can shoot the pill. 81 on the shot, 85 on the speed. He's like our Connor Garland. I'm not going to cheese the game and take Zachary Morin, but with this pick, we're going to take from the Extra Liga one of my favorite players in his World Junior year, Adam Banak. We can either take this guy, Svensson here. You know, he looks pretty good. Another Swede. We could take Kayshawn Atchison here, just like a rough guy. And I think we need that playoff pedigree, so depending how tall Svensson is. Oh, this is a tough choice. We got to take one of these guys. You know what? I'm going to take the boy, Kayshawn Atchison, the playoff player. Potential, I think we got to go for players who we... What the hell? What? Huh? I did not create this guy. I swear on everything. Alexander Burmistrov. Why the hell would I create a defenseman version of Alexander Burmistrov? Okay, I was going to take Carlos Handel, but we got to go with this guy. What? I've never seen a auto-generated franchise low. Oh my goodness, the pick to save the Canucks. Another thing that we have to do, Rick Tocchet, you're going to free agency. You can sign with somebody else, and we are going to move in a completely new direction. The rule on the channel by now, but if you don't want to be here, I don't care who you are, get the hell off my team. I don't care who you are. We have Tristan Jarry making money, so that's good, but we have $47 million in cap space. We have to pay some of these guys. We have Tom Willander, who needs an extension. Now, I'm going to bet on these guys. I'm going to bet on these Vancouver Canucks. You know, even though they're young guys, I'm a bet on the fact that these guys can develop with our team. So we're going to be paying Tom Willander a decent chunk of change, but hopefully this pays off. We're going to keep him as an RFA, so I just capped my ass off. But we're going to go $4 million over 5 years. Yes, it's a risky contract, but I think he can definitely be worth it. Example of a guy who does not want to stay. Drew O'Connor does not have any interest in joining a rebuilding team, so you can go. Pierre Giuseppe, or Di Giuseppe, I think it's Philip, you can go. Arshdeep Baines, you want to stay here? You can come back. Hey, get the hell off my team. We only want players who want to be in Vancouver, not these players like Quinn Hughes who want out, you know what I'm saying? This is how we're going to build this new era of this Canucks team. What we need is a teaching coach. I also think we need a coach who can coach everybody. So I think this guy Montador is the perfect coach for us. And we are the Vancouver Canucks, I know. But we aren't going to be afraid to spend on a coach. We are going to do everything in our power to get this guy here. You know what? I wasn't thinking of doing it, but Brock Boeser wants to come back here, man. Brock Boeser really wants to come back here. And I think we're going to shorten this deal a little bit. I think we're going to go like 4 years, you know what I'm saying? And next year, then it's going to be 3 years until we can pay him. And we're going to go like $12.5 million for Brock Boeser. Something like this, 12.5 by 4. Yes, it's a lot of money. We have a lot of money to spend. This is not going to pigeonhole us at all. This is another guy we're looking at, you know what I'm saying? Like a solid, you know what I'm saying, like a solid 4x4, I think, or 4x1 is good for Jay Skins, and Jay Skins is going to accept. for 1 year. Andrei Kuzmenko, $4 million. Welcome back to the squad, former Canuck. And then, I mean, the last player, we can pretty much sign anybody here. I think Anthony Beauvillier is our guy. I feel like for some reason he played for the Canucks before, unless I'm absolutely tripping. But we'll go $3 million. Yeah, he literally did play for the Canucks. But we'll give him $3 million over 2 years. We just signed everybody who used to play. Just want to come here. Dmitry Orlov, we're going to go 2 years at like $7.5 million. I think that's, you know, a fair contract. And we're gonna reduce that no trade clause. That's what I should have done with Besser. Damn, that sucks. We're not going to be able to trade Besser at all. Overall here, we're going to go down, you know, another 2-year deal at like $7 million. I think, you know, these are fair contracts for the boys, so let's see who accepts. Well, Brennan Montanor, our coach of the future, accepts. Dmitry Orlov accepts. Ivan Provorov accepts. Brock Besser accepts. The boys are buzzing. The captains and everything too. I don't really know. I think Tyler Myers could take an A. He's probably the oldest player on our team. Jake DeBrusk could also take an A because he has a no movement clause. He's going to be here for like 7 years. And then Brock Besser came back to our team when we were in desperate need of players. So shout out Brock Besser. Welcome to the squad. Here is the team. We have DeBrusk, Keedle, and Besser. Lekermacki, Casper, and Hoglander. Sherwood, Amadio, and Beauvillier, Kuzmenko, Joshua, and Jeff Skinner. On defense, we have Provorov and Orlov. I mean, this defense is kind of cooked. But don't worry, it'll get better one day, you know what I'm saying? We just have to wait. We just have to give this team time, and they will be very good. The thing we are good at is the penalty kill, but it doesn't help when we have trash goalies. Out here against the St. Louis Blues, man. Oh, man, season opener. This is a rough one for Canucks fans to watch. But you know what? Surprisingly, there's a lot of returning faces, a lot more than I thought. Especially, I didn't think I would be bringing back Brock Besser. Especially at $12 million, but I mean, this dude's going to be the superstar of our team, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully he can do well. Across, back, Skinner, one-timer, there we go. Jeff Skinner, what a goal, first goal of the year. And Lekermacki going to feed it for Amadio, Mike Amadio, trying to get in. And Colton Parayko buries him, but Sherwood's going to bury him. Anthony Beauvillier, woohoo! What a start to the season for the boys. Game goes against the Ottawa Senators. Let's see what happens here. Okay, let's go. First period, and it is 2-0. Filip Hronek scores on his former team. That one sucks. Lekermacki does score one, but looks like the Ottawa Senators are going to take this one with Filip Hronek on their team. And Marcus Pettersson, who had a 0. Detroit Red Wings, Quinton Hughes against his former team. We have the exact same record. Let's see what happens, and it is 3-0. What a start for Quinn Hughes. But oh my god, the boys come back and win. Let's go, baby. That's a huge dub. Quinn Hughes -1. You absolutely love to see it. Rematch against Quinn Hughes, and we start off with a 3-2 lead. Let's go. It is 4-3 DeBrusk and Larkin, and the boys take it home again. Man, Quinn Hughes 0-2 against his old team. He was a -3 out there. This dude is crumbling under the pressure right now. Buddy JT Miller looks over here as Artemi Panarin gets a hat trick. That is not good. JT Miller had 3 assists against his former team and earned the 3rd star. That sucks right there. Okay, round 2 against JT Miller. Looks like these guys are giving us an absolute ass whooping right now. JT Miller, he didn't do anything this game, but I mean, we got cooked. So we are doing okay against our former teams. We have Quinn Hughes' number, but JT Miller is just cooking us. But now we have Elias Pettersson, the last one we have not faced. Let's see how we do against Pettersson. Thankfully, all 5 of those guys are in the East, so we won't have to play them for a while, but let's see how this one goes. First period against the Buffalo Sabres. Lekermacki and Casper. Come on, boys. Let's go. 6-2. Elias Pettersson. Get the hell out of it. Oh, he had a good game. It's Elias Pettersson. Let's see how this one goes. Come on, boys. First period, 0-0. Second period, it is 1-1. Filip Chytil scores. I should have jumped in. I was about to jump in. Are you fucking joking me? That's on me, boys. All right, boys. Last matchup here with our former teams. I don't know what our record is, but Brock Besser scores 2 goals. and we take this one over Hronek and Pettersson. So you know what? We're actually doing pretty good. I will take how this season is going. We already sold our entire team, so you know, we're not going to sell any further unless there's Evan Bouchard available. Pavel Dorofeyev is available. This is looking crazy. Our record and stuff. Let's just check our player stats here. Who's not playing well? So it looks like that first line's not great. I don't really care about the plus minuses. Brock Boeser only has 18 goals, which is interesting. Lekkerimäki has 19. He's leading our team. Is there anyone that's like really underperforming? I mean, there's not really anyone on the forward core. I don't think there's anybody that I'd say is underperforming. Maybe Sandin, Palika. Looks like our power play is not the greatest. Goaltending, I will definitely take those numbers from Jari. That is actually pretty good. But we're not doing that trade. That is outrageous. Frondel, Casper, and whatever that was. We could trade a first-round pick. I'm not trading our first-round pick. I'm not trading Frondel, so I think that one's off the table. Although Dorofeyev is definitely gettable. Hold on to our assets. You know, there's nothing I really saw that stuck out at me. I should have looked at dumping off some of our players. That's my fault. But the catch here is injuries are going to be on after the trade deadline and into the playoffs. Carolina Hurricanes have won the 2026 Stanley Cup, but this next screen is going to determine the future of the Vancouver Canucks. We have 3 shots at these Western Canadian first overall picks. Are we getting Gavin McKenna? And no, we are getting 4th, we are getting 12th, we are getting 15th. Nah, you're actually sucking on something, EA Sports. Utah got number 1 after 11? Are we serious right now? Nah, fuck that shit. Bro, fuck this game. Fuck. Damn, they go out together, Ovechkin and Backstrom. 974 goals for the grade 8. We'll see if anyone can catch that. Man, what a career by those boys. Burns now a coach, Alex Ovechkin now a coach. Ian Cole could be a guy we bring in, former Canuck, so I think that's good. But here we go, pre-draft interview. First thing that comes to mind is we need a goalie bad. However, I'm not going to, take a chance. I'm not going to interview a goalie. We need to know who we're taking in the lottery. So we had 12, 15, and I forget the other one. I think we have a lot of talent on the blue line. I'm going to look into one of these 2 guys here, one of these 3 guys. I don't know which one's the best one, but this is around our range. And I think, these American guys, I like them, but they probably won't re-sign here. These Swedish guys will probably re-sign here. So let's start with Viggo Bork here. He plays for the same team as Frondel. Look at Viggo Bork here. He's a silky smooth hand, so he's basically a playmaker, and he is ready to play in the NHL. Now, obviously, this is the most important question, his personality, and he wants to win at all costs. These are the players we want. Okay, Avar Stenberg, I think he's a playmaker. Viggo Bork might be more of a dangler, so that's one thing we have to consider. And Avar Stenberg, he's very loyal. I like both these guys' answers. They both have good answers. Okay, so we could look at our pick at 12 or 15, but I'm thinking, whoa, franchise medium? Hold up. Anyways, I'm thinking we look at this guy, Rodin. He's a right shot defenseman. We have a lot of right shot defensemen, but he's Swedish, and he's projected at 12. Now, who knows if we're going to draft him? But he is Swedish, so that's something to consider. We could trade Willander. We could trade Yakimchuk. We don't need those guys, but we have a bunch of right shot defensemen if we take these guys. So, I mean, we'll see. He's NHL ready. His best skill is skating. I think I really like him as a prospect. Okay, so we have number 4, number 12, and number 7. Why did I think we had fucking 15 or whatever it was? For fuck's sake. Okay, anyways, let's continue. We have an E on the forward core, E defense, E goalie. Okay, that's not good. That is not good at all. I'm looking at moving up from pick 7 to pick 5. Now, they don't have anything they want here in this draft. We could throw in a 3rd from next draft, but they probably won't accept that, so we're going to have to give up a player. Now, most of you guys might think to give up Tom Willander here, because he's $4 million. However, I think he's one of our few, defensemen who are more defensive. Tom Willander, I mean, this kid It's nasty stats. I don't know. I just think like he's going to be good for our team. So I don't really want to trade him. I don't really want to trade Yakimchuk, but if it comes to it, I can definitely trade Yakimchuk because we have Sandy and Palika. If we draft that Rodin kid, we could use him. But Gavin McKenna goes number 1. Pick 4. So Hobson goes here. Wait, let me call a timeout real quick. Why did Hobson go? Who fell in the draft? Somebody who was number, a higher thing. This guy, a red shot defenseman. He has A+ physical, A- defense. He's more of a shutdown defenseman. So we could play him with Sandy and Palika. The only problem is I have no clue about him, and like we have a lot of defensemen. So I think I'm going to take a forward here, but I think what we're going to do is try and trade up from 7 to 5. So we got to see what the San Jose Sharks want. I'm willing to give up Kayshawn Atchison. I don't want to, but if I have to, I will. And the only trade they want is Kayshawn Atchison, the 4th rounder, to move up. You know what? After thinking about it for a bit, I'm thinking we do this deal. I'm sorry, Kayshawn Atchison. You're an absolute dog. If I can sign him in free agency and he comes back to me, that would be sick. But we got to do what we got to do, what's best for this team. 4th overall pick in the 2026 NHL draft, the Vancouver Canucks select Viggo Bjork out of the same club as Anton Frondel, and he's a 77 overall playmaker. Now, you might say we might have too many playmakers now. I mean, you can find, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard. Talent is talent at the end of the day, man. 5th overall pick, the Vancouver Canucks are going to select out of Frölunda in the SHL, Avar Stenberg. I think this is Otto Stenberg's brother. He is also a playmaker, but he is more of a... Viggo Bjork is more of an offensive playmaker. This guy is great defensively. He's great skating. He has so many X factors already that look like... I mean, this guy's a do-it-all player. What the hell? Now, if we look at our center core, we have Marco Kasper, who we're going to have to sign, Anton Frondel, Stenberg, Bjork, Philip Hedl, Adam Banak. Oh my goodness, this center core is nasty. So I'm going to assume Viggo Bjork's going to be moved to the wing. And these 3 guys are all, playmaking, two-way forward centermen. So we're going to need to get some goal scorers, but you know what? It is what it is, man. Anton Frondel can score a bit, and Stenberg can score a bit. On the wing, we have Jake DeBrusk. On the other wing, we have Lekermäki. Lekermäki's one of our goal scorers. I think that works out. And Besser's obviously a goal scorer. Hellenius could be expendable, or he could be, maybe a future 3rd liner or 2nd liner if we want to go double playmakers. So we're going to need to find that goal scorer. Obviously, that's probably the hardest thing to find. However, all this talent is crazy. Sandy and Palika is also a goal-scoring defenseman. Same with Yakimchuk. So I think we'll be okay. I'm a sim to pick 10. If we feel like our guy is getting taken, we can see if we want to move up. So Teravainen falls there. He was better than the other 2 guys, but he is a defensive defenseman. I don't know if we really need that. Keaton Verhoff would have been nice, but he's not NHL ready. Daxton Rudolph. So all the defensemen are going, and Matthias Preston goes number 10. So do we need to trade up? I wonder if we can do a swap like this. Carter Yakimchuk and the 12th overall pick for Matthew Wood here. Matthew Wood's obviously the better player, so we're going to have to give up more, which, it's fine. They do want draft picks. They also do want players. So if there's a player we want to give up, we can do that. But I'm thinking, maybe Hellenius, but that's a lot to give up. I'm thinking of throwing in like this 83rd overall pick from the Kings. I feel like this is a fair trade. It's a lot to move up, but it's just swapping position for position. They don't really have defensemen. Yeah, they don't really have defensemen at all. However, they have a lot of good forwards. They have Forsberg, they have Higgins. I'm saying they're going to take a forward with this next pick anyways. I think I'm willing to do this trade. Let's see, it is rejected. So I will throw in 51. I don't think we need that 50. I think Matthew Wood's going to be more valuable than whoever we get at 51. That was a lot to give up, but we did it. This 12th overall pick, we are going to select from HV71 in the SHL, Stefan Rodin, and he's a 2-way 80 overall defenseman. So we just drafted 3 SHL players We are becoming the Detroit Red Wings. Wait, bro, we have Sandin Pellikka from the SHL, Casper, Frondell, Stenberg, Bjork, Rodin, Lecker-Mackey. What the hell? Tom Willander, I know he's not from the SHL, but he's Swedish. Hoglander, I mean, dude, what the hell is going on? This team's fully Swedish. One more move. I want to trade up here. So we could trade Mike Amadio. We could also trade Sasser. How did Mike Amadio do with us this year? Was he any good? I mean, this dude had 36 points. That's pretty good. He's a fourth liner. You know, he's pretty a physical guy. He fits on this bottom six. You know what? We're not going to trade Mike Amadio. We will do is either trade a random prospect or a draft pick. So who's like the worst prospect here? Sawyer Mainu, he played in the AHL. Perreault, he's not even signed. So Alexandre Perreault, he's fast, defensive. Oh my god, he's 6'8". We have to keep him. What the hell? He's 6'8"? Nah, bro, that's crazy. Okay, we're gonna trade Sanasens or frick. We're gonna trade Coriston. Gabrielson, because he's like a, you know, signed. And we're gonna trade the 6th round pick to move up 15 spots. So yeah, we got finesse, who cares? And I did that is because, I mean, there's a guy I want here. I don't know where he's projected here. Finneganov. The one thing we don't really have for prospects is a goalie. He has no weaknesses. He has B reflexes. He's 4 years away. This could be the final piece to our puzzle. The Russian, Vitaly Finneganov. What are you? You're an elite medium goalie. This is why I traded up. I know how to scout talent, boys. Let's go. And with our final 2 picks here, we're going to take leadership ability. That's what we want. Boris, he's a top 6 forward low. And then with our final pick in the draft here in round number 5, I think this is a very successful draft. We're looking at one of these 2 guys' character. I'm not doing that. Lack size. Wait, that's a goalie with 2 years? What? We're taking another Swedish dude. Ragnarsson, top 9, and that is the draft. So I think that was a good draft, boys. We got our 3 guys. We got an elite goalie. We got a leadership guy. This is the turnaround of the Vancouver Canucks. Okay, so we're gonna look at extending Jonathan Lecker-Mackey. So we're gonna look at something long term. I mean, if he doesn't want to go long term, we can keep him as an RFA. Okay, $5 million over 3 years for Jonathan Lecker-Mackey. You know, maybe that's a mistake, but I think it's okay. Marco Casper, he wants a long-term deal, so that is very interesting right here. Okay, so we're going to look at Marco Casper, $9 million for 8 years. That is a lot of money. However, I think he's going to be worth it. He's already an 89 overall at 22 years old. You know, he has some great defensive stats, great offensive awareness, great puck skills, so he can play power play, penalty kill. You know, he's maybe not the biggest guy ever, but he gets to the front of the net. He's good on defense, so I think this is a no-brainer. Crazy trades we can pull off. The first one, surprisingly, we can get Zach Benson on our team. Now, he's an 89 overall. But, you know, he's a playmaker. We already have so many playmakers. I don't know if this is, you know, the right move. We'll see. He does shoot the puck a lot for a playmaker, but, I mean, then we can also trade for Spencer Knight, who's an 85 overall starting goalie. You know, he'd get shelled on our team, but, you know, he could be our stopgap until our boy Finneganov comes here. I don't know if he wants to re-sign with us. Okay, so Zach Benson has full interest in coming here to the Vancouver Canucks, so that's something to take into account. Spencer Knight, on the other hand, does not have that much interest. Neither does Devin Levi. Is there any other RFAs we can look at? Not really. Okay, and then we have Jenner. We could sign Ekholm, Evander Kane, Patrick Laine could be our goal scorer. There's a lot of different options, but the first thing is kind of check, does this Zach Benson trade make sense? Okay, the way I see this team, on the forward core, Casper, Frondell, you know, down the middle maybe, Stenberg and Bjork split up on those lines. I'm thinking Stenberg, Lecker-Mackey, Casper maybe, right? And then Frondell, Bjork, and Besser. something like that. Maybe something along those lines. We also have Matthew Wood, who, you know, could be a guy in that top 6. Brock Besser, I mean, not Brock Besser, fucking, what's his name? But Zach Benson, oh, if he doesn't work on our team at the same time, like, he's such a good player that it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be a superstar player. And Provorov's on the last year of his deal. That's who we'd be trading, by the way. So obviously the problem here is that Zach Benson, they don't have the money to re-sign him. However, if we take Josh Norris, they can't re-sign Byram, obviously, if they're offering Benson. So this gives them a bit of cap room. Is there anyone else we can take back from Buffalo? You know, try and make it so that they can sign their guy. Why are you taking back all this money in Norris and Samuelson? Well, you know what? Like, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? We can take back these guys. We can afford to take back these guys. We're saving a lot of money, but this first round pick could be nasty. So let's see. Is this an overpay, underpay? Oh, wow. They accept it right away. What a trade for us. The reason that I did this trade was that Bowen Byram used to play for the Vancouver Giants, and I think that he would be very interested in returning to his former team. So we're gonna do something like this. Okay, so we are here, and I think honestly we can set a captain. It's gonna be one of these 3, and I think it's pretty obvious. You know, maybe he's not captain material, say what you want, but I mean, this guy's been the longest serving Canuck, and Brock Besser is our captain for now. Okay, here are the lines for season number 2. It's DeBrusque, Casper, and Besser, Wood, Norris, and Lekermacki, Hoglander, Frondell, and Hellenius, the Scandinavian line, and then there's our 4th line. On defense, we got Byram and Sandin Palika. Orlov's the only veteran here, but we got the young kids on the bottom pair, and then our power play is actually kind of nasty, and our PK is kind of nasty as well, so I like how this team looks, man. Miles Wood, Matthew Wood, nice play. Tom Lander shooting, there we go, Consta Hellenius, his first career NHL goal, and it's 1-0, what a beautiful sight to see. This has got to be our system. We gotta run like this kind of like Carolina Hurricanes, Florida Panthers offense, because we have a lot of talented defensemen. So if like we can just get the puck back to them, just play it down low, hold the puck, you know what I'm saying, get tips in front of the net, like if we can just crash the net kind of thing, I feel like we'll be successful. And Josh Norris in for Wood. Matthew Wood. Gonna try and feed it at the back door. There we go. Jake DeBrusque, and it's 2-0 Canucks. Yes, and Consta Hellenius. Gonna work it in. Consta Hellenius. Gonna turn. Hellenius for Rodin. Across Matthew Wood. One-timer. There we go. What a goal. Matthew Wood. His first as a Canuck, and it's 3-0. What did I think of that team? Our team playing that game? I think we have a very interesting style of hockey. It's a very modern style of hockey, and I really like how this team plays out. We have a lot of two-way forwards. You know what I'm saying? I think we're doing well. There's Elias Pettersson. He gets an assist on the board against his former team. But I think this team will be very good when the time comes. I'm starting to see signs of life. I know Canucks fans just went through a rebuild, so it's probably pretty tough to go through another one. But this rebuild, you know what I'm saying, we're doing it right. We're getting a team. We're getting a ton of prospects. We don't have Bjork or Stenberg yet, so I think we'll be good when the time comes. And Quinn Hughes, you suck. We really didn't discuss our big rivals. We discussed a lot of the trades last season because that's what it was mostly about. But looks like we suck against, you know, a lot of teams. But we have a winning record, which is very interesting. We are in a wild card spot, so who knows? Maybe we'll be competing this year. I highly doubt it, but let's see, you know, how we do against the rematch against the Flames. I feel like we're very even teams, you know, both kind of retooling. I guess we're rebuilding technically, but I mean we're holding our own, which is nice against these top teams. Okay, yeah, another rivalry we have. Maybe these guys are a better team, but the Edmonton Oilers. So we want to win these games. We want to show we're available. They have Claude Giroux now. And, I mean, he absolutely torched us. Other rematch versus Quentin Hughes. He has not scored against us, I don't think. But they absolutely destroy us. Did he have a good game this time? First good game of the series. Realize I completely forgot to track JT Miller. I mean, the Ottawa trade doesn't really matter anymore because we got rid of Yakimchuk. But JT Miller, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter anymore because we got rid of Pettersson and we got rid of that 13th pick anyways. So let's see how we do here against the Edmonton Oilers. Bro, we have not gone into any of these games tied, but we win before the trade deadline and we are 5th in the division, so we could go for it. I don't know if we will. We have a young team, you know what I'm saying? Just let them do their thing. Tristan Jarry's playing pretty good, actually. Sandin Pellikka has X Factors now, and he has 39 points on the blue line. So you just love to see it. The boys are actually all playing pretty decent. No one's like a minus. Okay, Lekermaki's a minus 20, so we have to change something about that second line for sure. Okay, if we're looking at something to do, maybe we could swap Besser and Lekermaki. That gives us, you know, the plus. I don't know if I want to do that though. Brock Besser's on a $12 million contract. He kind of needs to, you know, play on the first line. Could also just do this and play them together and have a +5, which, you know what, for now I think we're going to do that and see what happens. Also, after the trade deadline, injuries are now on, so we're going to have to, you know, maybe acquire some depth. I don't think we're going to do anything. Might sell off, you know, some expiring contracts who maybe aren't playing that high in the lineup. If there's anyone kind of young here who fits our timeline or anyone who we think is going to grow with our team, we could try and target them, but I don't really see anybody as of right now. Myers isn't playing for us, and I know he's one of our assistant captains, but he's not really playing, and I mean, we want to send him to a cup contender. He's a veteran on his last leg, so the Toronto Maple Leafs, his home province team, think that should be good. I really expect this, but we can get a 3rd round pick for Mike Amadio. What? I think we're going to give him to a team that could very well use him. I think he fits the Carolina Hurricanes, so shout out Mike Amadio, but I mean, you know, just stocking up on these draft picks, and hopefully they turn out to be decent. A 3rd round pick for Anthony Beauvillier. Where does Anthony Beauvillier fit? I think the Minnesota Wild could be a good fit. I think the Dallas Stars could also be a great fit. So Anthony Beauvillier for a 3rd round pick. We might have to call up Otto Stenberg. I don't think we will have to, but we'll see. Here are the lines. Avar Stenberg is coming up. He's going to be on the 3rd line, left wing. So that is a pretty young 3rd line, but he's going to be on the power play, and he's going to be ripping it up. The boys are going to be absolutely buzzing here, but we have to assign our assistant captain other than Besser and DeBrusk, and I mean, it's kind of tough. I think for the rest of the year, we're going to go with Dmitry Orlov, a veteran, you know, guy who's been on this team for a couple of years now, and we're going to see after that. Oh man, Avar Stenberg's debut here wearing number 68, because I'm assuming 69's banned. But, I mean, this kid's going to be an absolute stud. Can't wait till Bjork comes up next year. Whoever we get in the draft this year, we're cooking right now. Hold up. Am I seeing this right? Is Connor McDavid on the 2nd line? What? Okay, no, he's just injured. Okay, I was so confused, bro. Maggie trying to take it one-on. Lekermaki in for Besser. In for Casper. Marco Casper shooting. Oh my goodness, what a snipe. Marco Casper. Shoot, Matthew Wood stops a rebound. Hellenius. Bang, baby. 2 power play goals in a row for the Canucks. Oh, Consta Hellenius has a break. Consta Hellenius the other way. Consta Hellenius cuts through Frondell. Oh! Oh my goodness, that was nasty. Sandin Pellikka. Cross for Frondell in. Lekermaki shooting. That one's off. Besser across Frondell, and that's a wide open net for Anton Frondell, and that's a beaut. Gonna give it back. Casper in across Frondell, and that's the easiest goal of all time. It is a 1st period hat trick for Anton Frondell. DeBrusk back for Rodin across. In Avar Stenberg, in Stenberg. Oh my goodness, how the fuck did that not go in? And in Pellikka, in Casper shooting. Oh my goodness, that what is going on right now? It is 6-0. Okay, so you guys might be thinking I'm like playing on rookie or something. Bro, look at the penalty minutes. The Oilers had 14 penalty minutes. Like, no wonder we scored 6 goals. Like, bro, 14 penalty minutes. Are you serious right now? Actually, somebody tell me how the hell this happened. We just made the playoffs in year number 2. How did this happen? I need to know. We were the highest scoring team. Oh my goodness, we give up so many goals. Our offense was just nasty this year. I mean, our goaltending is just ass, bro. I don't know what's going on here. Sandin, Palika, I mean, 53 points. They were a minus, so maybe they don't work out together. I mean, maybe none of these guys work out together. I don't know how we made the playoffs, bro. Marco Kasper, what a season. 84 points, and he is locked up until 2034. You love to see that. Brock Besser had 40 goals for $12 million. Matthew Wood, what a pickup. Snake, 31 goals. Josh Norris, 26. Lecker had 25. Constellanius had 50. Anton Frondel, 30 goals on the third line. I mean, this dude's going to be an absolute stud. Avar Stenberg, 9 points. Dakota Joshua, 3 points. The boys are absolutely buzzing, let me tell you. I mean, that was pretty good. Rookie skaters, Alexander Nikishin, 66 points plus 33. That's Calder locked down. I don't know who's going to win the Norris this year. Cale Makar didn't really have a good plus minus. He didn't have that many points. And Sam Reinhart, 114 points. It looks like scoring in the NHL is for some reason down. Round number 1, we have the defending President's Trophy champions, the Winnipeg Jets, and 52-goal man Kyle Connor. I mean, this is a deep team. They got Luke Kunin. They got Riley Smith. If that happens, I am jumping off. Anyways, with that's cut. Morrissey and Pionk. I mean, this is what our teams. This is what I want our team to look like when it's when we're ready. But making the playoffs this early is a good sign, so let's see, Vancouver. How are we doing? We're back in the playoffs. Let's see how we do here. And Josh Norris and Seth Roden, I forgot his first name already. That is embarrassing. But we are up 2-0, and the Vancouver Canucks show out here in game number 1. Tristan Jarry. So, I mean, one thing is that our boy Dmitry Orlov is back. Do we want to play him? Samuelson didn't have a plus. Orlov in the season. I mean, you know what? We'll keep him. And our boy's name is Stefan, not Seth. My bad. Boys, don't get too excited. But it was just game 1. Let's see how this one goes. Anton Frondel scores here. It is 2-2. Axel Sandin Pelika. And we lose. That is embarrassing. Okay, boys, we are 1-1. Now, no one expects us to win, but it is Connor Hellebuck on the road, so let's see what we can do. First playoff game in Van, and Captain Besser scores. Second period, I mean, it's close again. Lecker scores. Third period, and Niels Hoglander gets us the win. Okay, boys, game number 4. I mean, if we go up 3-1, that would be crazy. But we can't get ahead of ourselves too early. Niels Hoglander shorthanded. Lecker what a playoffs this guy's having. It is 2-2. And Jake DeBrusk, what is happening right now? Tristan Jarry, you legend. Orlov has been injured, but Tristan Jarry has a 940. No. Let's check this out. Wait. Hold up. Sorry, boys. Marco Kasper has 7 assists, first of all, which is crazy. But Tristan Jarry has a 944, 145 shots against, 137 saves. Connor Hellebuck has 20 less shots against, and he has allowed more goals, which is insane. You can always rely on the Winnipeg Jets and Connor Hellebuck to allow you to score goals in the playoffs. It's just a given. And we are 1 game away from the second round, boys. Let's go. First period. Avar Stenberg. Jake DeBrusk. Let's go. It is 3-2. Jonathan Lecker. The boys are buzzing right now. Come on, boys. Let's keep it going. Power play for Vancouver. They do not score. 12 minutes. 11. 10. 9. 8. Power play again. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2, power play again, and the Vancouver Canucks have beat beat the Winnipeg Jets in 5 games. And in the playoffs, it does not matter. 5 games, and the Vancouver Canucks. Wait, whoa. Wait. Where were the Winnipeg Jets in the standings? I swear if this was the #1 seed. Okay, they were the #4, but they were the best team in the Western Conference. Does not matter. 5 games. Get them the hell out of here. Oh my goodness. Shout out Marco Kasper. Shout out Jonathan Lekermacki. Jake DeBrusk had 2 goals, but I mean, in 1 game, but I mean, everyone played their parts. Every forward except for Dakota Joshua got a point, and you know this man was out here in his 8 minutes giving hits, 8 hits, probably one of the top on the team. Axel Sandin Pellikka had 2 points. We didn't get a lot of offense from our blue line, but you know they locked it down on the back end. And then Tristan Jarry, the real MVP. This is what happens when you have a hot goaltender. You can win anything. You can go on to win the Stanley Cup. This is what happened with the St. Louis Blues. And we are here in round number 2 taking on the Minnesota Wild. Let's check him out. Kirill Kaprizov, 95 overall. I mean, he hasn't had the greatest of seasons, but you know what? He can show up in the playoffs. They got Ivan Barbashev, Max Domi. This team is stacked. This is a championship level team. I can't even lie. This team is gross. Though, if we can beat the Winnipeg Jets, we can beat the Minnesota Wild. Game 1, we only had to travel like 8 hours, boys. Let's go. First period, and it is 0-0. I mean, 8 hours by car. I mean, second period, and it is 1-0. Costa Helenius opens the scoring. Third period, and it is 2-2. And we are headed into overtime. Now, obviously, this is extremely risky, but Tristan Jarry, we're going to player lock him because he's been probably our best player, and Tether is on. Are you joking? Yo, what is that glitch with the scoreboard, bro? First of all, Kirill Kaprizov is having maybe a nightmare of a playoffs, although they did sweep their team. But the scoreboard was at 0-0 for the shots. I don't know what's happening. But, I mean, hopefully the boys start buzzing. Avar Stenberg wins us the game. The rookie, Avar Stenberg. Out of all people, there's no way he just did that. Let's go. Tristan Jarry makes 1 save the entire overtime. We get a power play. Shout out the Zebras. And Avar Stenberg. Roden to DeBrusk to Stenberg, top cheddar, and that's game 1. Right, it is 1-0. Let's see how this series goes. Josh Norris, the $8 million man, shorthanded. Second period, Jake the Snake gets 2 more goals, and the Vancouver Canucks have taken a 2-0 lead on the Minnesota Wild. My goodness, we're heading back to Vancouver with a 2-goal lead, 2-game lead. Come on, boys, let's go. First period, 2-0, Kiefer Sherwood and Josh Norris. Second period, Jake DeBrusk, Marco Kasper. It is 4-1. Oh my goodness, we have a 3-0 lead and a chance at the conference finals. I don't know how we've done this, but we are up 3-0 in the second round. I don't know what's going on, but let's just keep it going. And the Minnesota Wild, we knew they were going to strike back. We knew this team is good. It's not going to be easy to eliminate them. Okay, back in Minnesota. They have a chance to push it to 6. So let's knock them out and keep them in their beds. Come on, boys. First period, Brock Besser, the captain, scores. Matthew Boldy scores as well. Second period, no goals. Come on, boys. Third period, and Frederick Gaudreau is going to keep us in this series. Below a 3-0 lead, right? Tom Willander did get injured. He's coming back. Maybe that's going to help us. Maybe Orlov's the reason we're losing a ton of games. I don't know. Samuelson, maybe. He's a +3. So we're going to put Willander back in there and see what happens on home ice. Come on, boys. The fans are starting to get nervous. You know what I'm saying? We are a young team and an inexperienced team, but we've closed out a team before. Keep it going. Come on, boys. First period, Anton Frondel, the rookie, Mr. 30 goals. Brock Faber scores as well. Second period, it is 3-2. Frondel gets his second. He's a big game player. Bowen Byram. Barbashev does score short-handed. Come on, boys. Third period, we have a lead. Don't blow it. Just play solid hockey. Play how you know how to play. We're a good team. We're good enough to win. Let's keep it rolling here. 10, 9 minutes. Okay, 8 minutes. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, boys. Oh, Ivan Barbashev. Oh my goodness, he scores. Fuck's sake! David Jiricek scores. Are we serious right now? And we are going to a fucking game 7. Lander is injured. Do we even have a replacement forward? I don't think we do, bro. I don't think we do. We don't have a replacement forward. This is bad. This is bad. This is really bad. This would be the greatest story of all time. Viggo Bjork. Can he be the guy? Can he be the one to save us? We're going to put him in here. He's going to be our 4th line centerman. And do we move Hellenius? Do we do that? How is Consta Hellenius playing? We need to check. -1, you know what? Get on the bottom pair. And this is how we're going to run for this final game. Stopping the video if we blow a 3-0 lead. We're going to come back another time. You know what I'm saying? This series is not over. I mean, I don't know if it's a series necessarily, but this rebuild's not over. But if we lose this the end of this video, and you guys are going to have to get another one, you know what I'm saying? But let's see how we do. Come on, boys. Kiefer Sherwood. Let's go, baby. Kiefer Sherwood. That's what we like to see. Jonathan Lekermacki, Brock Faber does score for them. There's our high here in Vancouver in the locker room. I can tell the boys are nervous. But just one more period of hockey, boys. Let's go. You know, we already choked the lead last time, and Joel Eriksson X starts it off. Oh my goodness, there's no way we're going to blow a 3-0 lead, boys. There is no way. Power play for the Canucks. It's not happening. 10 minutes to go. Oh no, come on, boys. We need somebody. Anybody. I don't care who scores. Anybody score, please. And oh my goodness, we're going to a Game 7 overtime. I'm player locking right wing because I just feel like we have Brock Boeser. He's our captain. Maybe he's the guy to get us the goal. We have a power play in overtime. The Minnesota Wild are crumbling. The Minnesota Wild are crumbling. Let's see. Can we capitalize? For Frondell and Anton. Frondell's into the zone. Frondell gonna drive out wide. Anton Frondell in. Oh yes! Anton Frondell, the game winner, and we don't choke like Lana Rhodes. The unsung hero, Lekermacki. Jake DeBrusk has 7 goals. Josh Norris, what a series he had. Anton Frondell obviously had the game winner. But I mean, look how clutch this team is. Look how many game winners we have on this team. On defense, I mean, everyone's a plus. Sandin Pelika's getting the points, and Tristan Jarry, you are an absolute god, bro. Gonna leave it. Next episode, we're gonna pick it up in the conference finals. We're gonna have the Stanley Cup finals if we win. It is an all-Canadian battle out east. Let's just quickly check what it is out west, or what out west. It's all Canadian battle. Toronto's in the final, so there's a 3 in 4 chance that a Canadian team wins the cup. I'm telling you right now, there is no shot. It's not going to be us. This team has overperformed. Doesn't matter. We are in the conference finals. We made it further than the Quinn Hughes Canucks, and now we have a chance to make history. I'll see you guys in the next episode.